In order for a cluster to thrive, it needs to continue to grow. It needs to attract fresh talent, new companies, new ideas. One of the things that is an essential component of a cluster, therefore, is promotion. Now, the Microelectronics iNet is not a promotional agency, but by promoting the cluster through the projects that we have supported, we can play a key part in that process. By taking some of those companies and allowing them to expand globally, more people hear about the cluster here, more people are likely to move here. The cluster itself needs ecosystem and infrastructure. As an example, we have a company here that provides design services to other design agencies. They are only here because there's enough business here. How do they know there's enough business here? Because the businesses that are here have promoted themselves, and we are a part of that mechanism. So promotion is important. Finding those champions, finding those companies, often the phrase used is anchor tenants, finding those companies that maybe are small now but can become global players, helping them to foster their ambition, to engage with their customer base, to bring new prototypes to market that will allow them to increase their global spread, was seen as a key target of the iNet support package. And we have a lot of those companies across the southwest. Companies providing dedicated services in areas such as verification, new technology areas that need promotion to allow them to realise those new opportunities that are out there. So by selecting the companies that we support, we can play our part in promoting the cluster and allowing the cluster to grow and to thrive.
So over the past 5 years, TVS has seen the cluster grow in two major ways: internal strength and external visibility. And iNet supported both of those. So if I look at internal strength, that's demonstrated by the number of startups in the region. So XMOS and Blue Wireless would be two very good examples of that. And also external multinationals come into the region. Nvidia and Huawei would be two good examples of that. But also the strength of the region is in the other sectors too: digital, advanced engineering, and microelectronics is very much an enabler for those. And what it allows us is the whole to be much greater than the sum of the parts. Moving on to the second point, if I put on my hat from the West of England Local Enterprise Partnership, where I run the high-tech sector group, which is very much supported by the Microelectronics iNet, we promote the region, the cluster, externally, and that's now been recognised by a McKinsey report that says our cluster, our microelectronics cluster, supported by the iNet within the southwest, is now the biggest in Europe.
And I was invited to one of your breakfast meetings to understand what you had to offer in the way of funding. I have to say I was very surprised that you made it sound so easy to get funding. Initially I think it was £1,000, which would initiate a project. And then we wanted to enable other companies to get access to this funding. So from Rude Microtech's point of view, I put forward a proposal to the iNet that they would allow us £10,000 worth of funding, but we would use that money to fund other companies. We would hand that out as vouchers. I believe to the value of £500 each. So if a company wished to use our facilities in Germany, they could get a voucher from us for £500 to have their product tested as a qualification run. The iNet accepted that and the money was awarded, and then we progressed on from there. I think after the initial events that the iNet had hosted, it became clear that we needed to get people out of their design labs, offices, and bring their idea to market. So I suggested to the guys that we set up a series of events where I could bring some of the suppliers from around the country who could help them to achieve that goal.
So at the end of 5 years, where are we? I'd say we've had quite a few areas of success here. The iNet has successfully networked with a number of agencies, from local inward investment services and the local enterprise partnership through international channels such as UK Trade and Investment. We've encouraged companies to go on overseas missions. Overall, across the southwest, we've seen more than £12 million worth of new business being forged by the companies that we have supported, a massive growth. Many of those companies met potential clients through iNet events such as supply chain events or innovation labs. So where possible, we've been the fuel for some of that growth. We've oiled the wheels. The companies themselves have driven the success. I don't want to take any credit for what the companies themselves have achieved, but allowing them to get into the right environment where they can meet those potential end customers, those other agencies, has been something I'm very proud that the iNet has contributed to.